Hi, my name is Rebecca Tyson and I'm the project manager on the Citizen Coast in Mind team. This year we're in the project's development phase, supported by the National Lottery Heritage Fund. The Coast in Mind project is interested in recording patterns of coastal and climate change, specifically turning to local coastal communities to understand their perspectives on the coastal change that has been occurring in their area. The project itself, while focused around cultural heritage, does aim to bring together all forms of heritage. One of the Coast in Mind project's core aims is to encourage community connectedness by putting together events that aim to open up conversations between different members and groups within coastal communities, especially groups that may not usually be included in conversations around heritage and policy making. We are also looking to provide training opportunities within the project, particularly around using local community archives and carrying out oral history interviews, ultimately working towards capturing data in an online open access mapping platform. What the Coast in Mind project is aiming to achieve is to facilitate conversations between coastal communities and policymakers so that community voices are being heard regarding local coastal change and are also being recorded in the mapping platform. The Coast in Mind project will include the creation of this digital mapping resource to host the community archive of oral histories, images, documents and memories of coastal change over the last 100 years in our project areas. As well as a repository of community tangible and intangible heritage, the mapping platform will be a community engagement viewing tool to see different types of coastal change that people in the community have been noticing, and it will provide meaningful data sets for policymakers that can form the basis of discussions around coastal changes that are being captured by the community. This year, in 2023, we are in the development phase of the Coast in Mind project, and we have been working in 4 regions around the UK. The Swale Estuary in North Kent, along the Sefton Coast in Merseyside, the Tor and Torridge Estuaries in North Devon, and Poole Harbour in Dorset. So far, our engagement events have included memory walks and memory workshops, where community members are encouraged to share their experiences and memories of coastal change. We have also been running archival training events, which have been very successful. Some of the information that has come out of our engagement events relates to the different values and interests of the local communities we have been working with. This includes ideas of coastal change that people have or concerns around specific coastal changes in their area. There are also different creative components to our events. We have been running creative sessions to include different groups within coastal communities where they produce materials that aim to stimulate discussions around coastal change, and this has been particularly successful in the areas we have piloted this approach. Some of the key data sets that have come out of our initial events relate to people's personal accounts, so their memories, experiences or stories regarding local coastal change. These often contain a lot of detail and information that may not otherwise be captured or recorded. Often there may also be local archive collections that have images or audio, and a lot of these collections may not otherwise be widely used. These are information sources that can show really specific types of coastal change. As an example, building on other projects that MOLA have worked on previously, there are very specific themes of coastal change that have come out of this type of work. So that includes when we have carried out oral history interviews with people and when we have looked through archival records. These are some of the specific types of coastal change indicators that have emerged. They include coastal changes that relate to the use of the coast by people, the changing cultural practices. It also includes changes to features on the foreshore, changes in biodiversity or wildlife, changes to archaeology and built heritage, changes to the tide line itself, specific weather or climatic events that have resulted in change, and the same with local historical events that have resulted in change.